welcome to this course. It's the FP here. I'm going to be actually talking about an interesting topic today. It's going to be about Web3. Some people might actually, okay, what's Web3? I've been hearing about Web3. What does it mean? What does it do? How do I venture into it? Yeah, so I'm going to be answering all those questions, and also too gonna be going towards the coding aspect. Yeah, we're going to be writing smart contracts. We're going to be actually deploying some decentralized applications. Yeah, some of you say, okay, what's decentralized applications? Don't worry, that's going to be included in the course. So, without wasting much of our time, as you can see, I have like a diagram, a drawing board. You understand? Just for explanation purpose. So, somebody say, okay, how do I get, or how do I get this kind of drawing board? Just visit escaladraw.com. You to give you this nice interface. You can now start drawing down your ideas. So basically, we are going to be talking about Web3. As you can see, yeah, I Web3 is kind of like a new thing. It has been there for a while. Before before it, there was Web2. You understand me? But actually, you need to know that's what they call Web3. So Web3, it's a kind of ecosystem that is very broad and very huge. You have a lot of things going down there. But the first important thing you need to know about Web3 is the area of decentralization. You understand? So what I mean by decentralization, it means what ownership, what to the user, very very important. So your ownership, you understand, ownership to the user. So before you know in Web2, whereby you can have some organizations in charge of your identity, your data. So let's say example, you want to transfer some huge amount of money from your local bank to maybe a particular platform. You understand? If the money is very huge, yeah, you might be called upon for um called upon for investigation. Oh, you're sending this amount of money from your account to someone's account. What are you intending to use it for? So when it comes to Web3, Web3 eradicates that. You can actually send in billions of dollars, millions of dollars through the blockchain, and nobody will hold you what like or monitor you. You understand? Yes, I know that every transaction is stored on the blockchain, which we're going to actually talk about. But when it comes to transaction like you sending money, there's no like watch guard. Okay, this guy have sent money. Let's go and visit him. Let's go and interrogate him to get information from him. There's nothing like that there. So just basically know that what ownership what belongs to the user. You can send any amount of money through any smart contract, through any decentralized exchange. You understand? You won't be quiet for, except if the money is illegal. That's where they can actually step in and say, no, this we can't allow here. So basically, Web3 brought about decentralization. When I talk about ownership to the user, you understand me. So now, what is the main use case, and where can we suppose, okay, where can we experience Web3? Is it a experience? Is it a feeling? No, 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 it's not a feeling. You understand? So it has to do with what the blockchain. Remember in the first talk where I was talking about transferring money through the blockchain. Yeah, so we are going to be using what blockchain mainly. You understand me? So mainly that's where we're going to be using what the blockchain. That's where Web3 is. You understand me? So now, so people can say, what's the mean? What's this meaning? What's this blockchain itself? I can't. Can you tell me the meaning of the blockchain? You understand me? So it's very very simple. Just very very simple. If you just can grab the idea, it's going to be really good. All right. So the only thing you need to know about blockchain, that's what, yeah, it's a ledger. Yes, that's what contains what successful what transactions. You understand? Yeah, so basically, you just what is a ledger, like a book. Yeah, there's be for those we have actually gone to a bank before. You see them with kind of like a is a jotter or maybe a very big book. Okay, they are going to track down records. You understand? So just take it like that. So I'm going to give that as a physical explanation. You understand? So basically, just know that the blockchain is what? It's a ledger. What kind of ledger? You understand me? It's what that contains what transactions, successful transactions, you understand, that is done. You understand? And those transactions, they help a lot because they also help for security. You understand me? When you have multiple people doing transaction from all over the world, you help secure the network. Apart from some other parts, maybe like a node or validators. You understand? I'm going to actually talk about that. Don't worry. So just basically know that the blockchain is what is a ledger. You understand? It's like a book that contains what transactions, history of transactions, previous ones, the present ones. You understand me? Everything is just actually stored, so that you can actually go back, keep track of it, and see what's going on. Mainly, the blockchain came about it's just for what transparency's sake. You understand? As I told you, anybody who do any transaction, moving money from an wallet address to another wallet address, it can be tracked, and there's transparency. There's no like somebody can go to the database and update what is going on. No, it's not like that there. Once you do a transaction, it's what it piles up to what this next transaction that is coming in. So the present transaction has a what a copy of what the previous transaction. So that's what makes it what different blocks, which is the transaction, form a chain like what structure. You understand me? So you keep on adding, keep on what adding. You understand me? So now there is something you need to know. Yeah, that's there are details in the blockchain. You understand? It's kind of like the blockchain architecture. So you need to know that's what they call layer one and what layer two. It's very very what's important. Layer one and layer two. These are what the blockchain what architecture. Very very what important. You need to actually know that because you're coming in as a what as a developer now. So you have to what have that mindset. So you need to know that okay, yeah, there's what they call a blockchain what architecture. So what does it do? Okay, so it's okay, what does this blockchain architecture do? And how do I know? Yeah, which I just mentioned now. What Web two and what sorry, and so layer one and what layer two, which is very very important. You need to have a very very good understanding blockchain architecture. Right, so now when I say okay, what is this layer one and what is this what layer two is very 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 what simple to know. All you just need to know is that okay, layer one is what is the main what actually what blockchain what network as you may know okay as a Bitcoin. Yeah, you understand me. Ahead of Ethereum, ahead of Solana. You understand all this particular platform you're hearing now is all about what blockchain. These are the main blockchain. You understand? These are the like decision makers. Yeah, you know when Bitcoin started some couple of years ago, you understand, and it was actually used for transactions. So they are the ones who actually first laid the foundation for other ones who came on board. Ethereum came for different use case. Solana came and Ethereum came and brought in smart contracts. Solana came and brought in what very very minor gas. So that is when it comes to gases which I also mentioned, they are very good at it. You understand me? So you need to know that the layer one is what the first what the layer of the what blockchain architecture. So this has to do with what the main what blockchain what network. So example, we have the Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have what Solana and Avalanche and other ones. You understand me? Then when we say, okay, what is this layer two? Layer two is just like the younger brother. I'll just call it like the younger brother of layer one. You understand me? So basically, what happens in layer two is that they are built on top of what layer one. You understand? Some of you might have actually heard more about this. You understand me? Example of them: we have the Polygon, we have the Arbitrum, we have the Lightning Network, we have the ZK Sync blockchain, we have the Base blockchain, and so many others. You understand me? I will say, okay, this polygon, this stuff you're mentioning, how can you, we don't understand it. So basically, when this layer one blockchain came about, you understand, there are some features which are good, but they tend to also have some limitations. You understand me? They have somewhat limitations, very very important. What kind of limitation? Most of them, their gas fee was very very high. You understand? Most of the transactions were very very slow, and scalability was a very very big problem because it can't be scalable. You understand me? They are layer ones, they are the fathers or like the grandfathers. You understand? So we needed something like what they call the Gen Zs. You understand? We needed them. So that's what layer two came in place to make sure that the mistakes that layer one has done, you understand, they come in and actually what fix it Very, very what important. So now the layer one brought about a lot of things. The it, we know that is the main blockchain. You understand me? And you need to actually know that each of them, as they have as the main blockchain, they have what their own tokens. What kind of tokens? Tokens that can actually use transaction. Example, you want to actually send. You want, yeah, maybe you're using the layer one blockchains, and you want to send in currencies or cryptocurrencies as they will call it. Bitcoin has its own, Ethereum has its own, Solana what have its own. You understand me? So now they have what their own what base what token for basically what transactions. It's very, very important. They have what their base what token. So example for Bitcoin we have what BTC, which is what its base token, as we're saying BTC. Therefore Ethereum we have what it. So basically we are going to actually go down deep because the course was actually centered on building smart contracts, which you need to actually know. So now you need to know that Ethereum is a platform. It's very, very important for you to have this idea. The Ethereum is a platform that allows what developers to write what smart what contracts. It's very, very vital for you to know. Ethereum what is a platform that enables what developers what to write smart contracts. So they're the ones who brought about the idea of what smart contracts. So you need to actually know that they're the ones who brought the idea of what smart what contracts. Very, very vital for you to actually know that. So there are a platform who actually what encourages what developers what to create what smart contract, and the token of what Ethereum is called ethers. You understand, which is symbolizes what ETH. You understand, so it's basically ethers. So just put it as ETH as a symbol. You understand, and also as a base token. But you need to know that the base token is ethers. You understand me? So ethers is the base token. But you know that some people will say, okay, send me to Ethereum. No, you guys are now going to become developers. So you need to have some certain kind of knowledge from the normal users who actually use it. You know, the base token is what ethers. You understand me? So you just symbolize me with ETH. You understand? Then we have for Solana, which is what SOL, Soul. You understand me? Then there are a lot of things that came about because if you know, the platform brought about base token, and you know the blockchain is not fully adopted, but you know in the normal web2 ecosystem you have an application people use. You know that there might be some actually lobbying around the application. People can go in and manipulate the database to change information, or to make sure to tamper with the integrity of the application. So the blockchain sat down and say, okay, we know that the way things are being built, human beings tend to tamper with integrity of applications. You understand me? To make sure that it doesn't stand for what it does. So they have what they call what the consensus what mechanism. Is very, very what important. They brought it.